Angie, Head of Education for Ink London. Today I'm going to show you how I apply iLac. So we're going to now do our iLac application. The nails are all prepped and ready to go, and we're going to go in using our Ink 007 bonder. So when you're using the bonder, you literally need a very small amount just to cover the nail. So remove any excess from the brush, and we're literally going to swipe round and cap the free edge onto the next one. No need to double dip, there's plenty on there until you don't need to go back into the bottle. And actually we can even do a third nail with the same original dip in the brush. Wait for that to air dry. You'll be able to see as soon as it evaporates from the nail that you're ready to go in with your base coat. Okay, so we're ready to go. So with your base coat, you want a very small amount. Clear the stalk so that there aren't any risk of any product coming down onto your brush and going onto your nail. So literally a very small bead. Again, there's excess on there. I'm just going to remove that. A very small bead, and then we're just going to go in and paint as you would. You will always see me wiping the brush back onto the bottle of the neck bottle to remove any excess. Now there is enough on this brush to paint at least 2 nails with what I've got already. And then we're going to make sure that we cap free edge. Okay, so we're going to go on to the next nail. Again, a very small bead on the end of your brush is more than sufficient to paint that and even the next nail. So making sure you cap the free edge and that you don't touch the cuticle or the sidewalls. And again, I'm now pulling off any excess on the nail plate. And I'm moving the skin back to make sure that I can fully cap the free edge. And again, look, I'm pulling more product off the nail. It's actually enough on there to now paint the next nail. And you can see how thin the base is going on. Now it's extremely difficult to cap with short nails, but it is not impossible to do. So there are no excuses not to be able to cap thoroughly. And again, before the hand goes back in the lamp, I am pulling off any excess from the nail. And look, you can see there's still more ready to come off. And then you cure in your ink LED lamp for 30 seconds or 2 minutes in a 36-watt UV lamp. Okay, so the hand's out of the lamp. We're just going to put a little bit of our cleaner onto a lint-free wipe and remove the inhibition layer from the nail. Just a quick wipe. This isn't something you have to do, it is just something I personally do. It leaves a clean, smooth base for me to apply my colour. So you're going to get your chosen colour, and again we want a very thin layer of colour, so just a small bead on the edge of your brush, ready to paint onto the nail. And this is where you want your colours to be really, really thin on application. And there is enough on that nail already for me to complete the whole nail, and I'm still wiping any excess away from my brush. And I'm going to go in and move this now around the rest of the nail. Making sure you don't touch the sidewalls or any skin in the cuticle area. And capping, this is where you really need to make sure you have capped thoroughly. A quick this is not capping. You need to lift the nail, move the hand so that you can see you have fully covered any of the natural nail. So again, very small bead on the end of your brush. You're going to go in again. Now these colours will seem really sheer, they're meant to on the first coat. You are not meant to get a full coverage on the first coat. You've got another one to go, if not another two. So use this layer as your guide for the other layers. And you're making sure that there's no lip by the cuticle area, and especially not the free edge. All you're doing is adding bulk to the nail, which in turn could cause it to lift. Again, a very small bead of colour. Getting as close as we can. So after you've capped, it's always worthwhile just to sweep over the free edge to make sure that you're removing any lip or any bulk of polish. Okay, so we're going to go in with our second colour application. Again, a very small bead, which will about instantly give it depth. And the colour will start to be what you were wanting it to be. Again, it's very thin. I'm moving the nail, I'm looking down the barrel just to make sure that my free edge is completely covered and that there are no whites of the nail showing through. Now this is where, if you have too much product on your brush, by the time you've done the rest of the nails on the hand, the polish would have slid and moved and will then sit by the cuticle and the free edge, which will cause it to lift. Right, so my model here has got very short nails, but you know, you can still cap them. Just by looking down the barrel and using the very edge of the brush. Everything can be capped. And this is the problem, unfortunately, that a lot of nail techs seem to encounter, is they don't feel confident in capping, and you can do it. You can also turn your brush round this way to make it easier to cap on extremely short nails, and that will avoid any product getting onto the skin. It's personal preference, and it's whatever technique you find works best for you. Okay, so this is where you now decide whether you want to go in with a third coat or not. It's actually very good coverage, but some people might want to add a little bit more depth. If you're going to go in with a third coat, I recommend you using this as a floating coat, which literally means, again, a very small bead on the edge of your brush, and you're going to float it down the middle of the nail. You're just going to gently stroke it and then just feather it out to the side and then come down and cap your free edge. You don't want to go over the complete nail like you would do before, because you don't want to add any bulk down by the cuticle area. You can also use a third coat if you wanted to tidy up any imperfections. And again, make sure your free edge is fully capped. So again, the third coat, feather it down. And it will move, it will self-level, and it will give you the coverage that you need. A little bit extra time it takes to check the free edge is well worth it in ensuring that your client has a long and chip and peel free manicure. Okay, we're now going to apply a very thin layer of Fortify. Fortify is our strengthening gel, which is ideal for ladies who need a little bit of additional strength to their nails, or for ladies who are quite heavy-handed and tend to suffer from chips. So I'm going to actually apply the Fortify over a colour today, just to show you how we apply it. Now, you can't build with Fortify, it's literally there just to add some strength. So a small bead on the edge of your brush. You're not going to be adding strength to the cuticle area, you don't need to. The main thing is down the middle of the nail, and you're going to cap the free edge, which will help ensure you don't get any chips. So a very light touch, and we're feathering it literally into place. Again, we're not going right to the cuticle, and we're not going right to the sidewalls. We're literally going down the middle. It'll self-level, leaving a smooth, strong coat. And again, we're capping that free edge and making sure that the whole colour has been covered by the Fortify and that there's no lip at the free edge. And there's actually probably enough product on my brush to go on and do the third nail. And then you cure, as you would do with all our products, 30 seconds in our LED lamp, or 2 minutes in a 36 watt UV lamp. So you might find that when your nails come out of the lamp, there'll be a slightly mottled effect with your Fortify. This is completely normal, and it will level out once you apply your top coat. We're going to be using our Rock top coat, and Rock needs to be applied again very, very thinly. It's very strong. You only need just enough to cover the entire polish. So we're going to paint it on the nail. Again, we're capping, we're always capping. And we're going to go right by the cuticle, and we're going to come down. And again, I'm wiping off any excess off my brush. There is more on there than you think. And use the light to help you work out if you've covered all the colour. The light will tell you. So move the nail around to make sure that it's all covered. Again, a very small amount over the nail, over the colour, capping your free edge. Any nail that is not attached to the nail bed is free edge and needs capping, so don't just assume it's the very tip of the nail. It's here. This needs capping, okay? It's really easy to apply top coat too thick because it's so thin in consistency. It's easy to think you need more on there, and a little goes a long way. You just need to make sure you have fully capped that free edge. and then cure for 30 seconds in the Lux 48 LED or 36 watt UV lamp. So once the nails have cured, you've done your top coat, we're just going to wipe away the inhibition layer with our cleaner on a lint-free wipe. Going to give it a nice scrub. Leaving a lovely high shine iLac manicure, and then we'll finish with our cuticle oil. And there you have your iLac application.